June 21st, 11:37 AM, District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Hello everyone, Triple S back is more Phoenix Wright SNE Trilogy with Justice for All reunion and turnabout. Last time we had, I was going to say Dick Gumshoe, but Detective Gumshoe on the stand, and he was essentially, telling us everything really that happened and the suspicions, but we're kind of managing to prove that Maya did not kill the guy because she was crouched by the folding screen and a gunshot hole was found in her costume and in the folding screen, so she was crouched there when she was supposed to have been killing him, but he must have shot first, so, but even then we're not saying justified self-defense because that would imply that she did actually kill him, but we're saying she didn't kill anyone. So let's see how this goes. Woo, that was a close one. I know you were giving it your all to defend me, and I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. Nah. I felt like I was pretty close to dying myself. But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. Thanks. Wait, tricked? That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yep, I'm pretty sure it's Lotta Hart. Oh, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, me and my sister's ghost will come after you and haunt you. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia? Yeah, do you remember her, Pearly? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know that. June 21st, 11:43 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court will now reconvene. Now, the first order of... Wow! I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Yes, sir. Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. I had like a stroke then or something. Yeah. Just like a frog. Witness your name and occupation, if you please. Hey Phoenix, how you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, How's name and occupation. I declare, what in tarnation? Hey Judge, this here is violence against my fair self. That's fine. That's fine. That ain't fine. That's a whip. Ah! There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. The name's Lotta Hart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify. Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay? We'll see. Witnesses account. Only the doc and the defendants went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door and then bang! We hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. You got a couple of things wrong there, I think. We heard 2 gunshots, and it didn't seem like she was waving a pistol around. And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place? Reckon course. Huh? Excuse me? Reckon course. It's short for you reckon? Of course I did. Ah! Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. A moment of truth. What will be in that picture? Let's see here. This here's the picture. Oh, she was waving a gun around. Huh. Ah. It would certainly seem that only the defendant and the victim were in that room. Lotta's photo added to the court record. Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I will clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. She took 2 pictures. Where's the other one? This is exactly like what happened before, where she only showed 1 picture and then she gave us a second one. Where's the second picture? Anyway, we press pretty much everything. Yep. Doc and defendant in the chamber. Was it really only those 2 that went in?
Objection!
What are you blabbering about? You were there too, were you not? Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the 2 of them? Yes, Dr. Gray and Maya were the only two that went into the room. Hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against its own client. Anyway, folks, only the two of them went into the channeling chamber, you hear? But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness, continue. We were waiting outside the door and then bang, we heard this gunshot press. Was it really a gunshot? Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot? Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. Well, why are we here listening to defense testify? And the world becomes just a little crueler. I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I tell you, that was the gunshot I heard. Now this is where the story heats up. The lawyer there broke the door down and we rushed into the room. So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down. Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what has happened then? Yes, Miss Von Karma, I broke the door down. Sorry. What does this feel like an inquisition? No need for apologising. That was great. You're a real man. Oh, really? That's something I would have liked to see. The judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. And what did you see when she broke in? Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. Yes. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Lana seems awful confident in her testimony. Press harder, leave her be, press harder. Lotta, please think back to that day one more time. What are you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into the room? I was murdered. Lotta, at a time like this... Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? When you saw the murderer at that time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not, am I correct? Oh, well, you see... Order! Miss Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony. Yes, sorry. Good, this shifts things back to my side. For a defence lawyer, your defence is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered? One of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in. Looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey. Exactly. Rats, I'm trapped like one. Again. Okay, I swear other than those two, there was no one else in the room, Chris. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure am, but that old witch chases out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean Morgan Fey? But there was no one else in there, and you know it. The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Was there really no one else in there? What about... behind the folding screen, behind the door, under the flooring? Behind the folding screen? What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Right, Given? Huh? What in the... Right, Given. You know, you reckon? That's a given. I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart. What? You got a problem? Given. I mean, I'm having a little difficulty in understanding you. If you would stop saying such things as Given. Okay. Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony or don't you? Yes, I thought there is nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. Enough. It seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony. At the time of the crime, only two people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I going to do if I just let this go? What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say. If I make one wrong move, I'm going to have the judge against me. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo? Unfortunately, I don't, so... Well, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honour. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove this is not my affair. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. That's enough! Is this it? Is this all I could do? I think it is quite obvious to this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. Totally 100% impossible. Miss Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed. What about the defence? No further questions, I presume? I couldn't protect Maya. The defence. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. Mia? Holy hell. I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? But pearls? Her clothes are a bit small, yeah, especially if you look in one certain area, which I'm not gonna use to say. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully one more time about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Dr. Gray! I was murdered. What? See? Lotta, at a time like this. Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. 2 pictures! You see, there is one final piece of this puzzle. Mia? Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully. Well then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period. Please wait, Your Honour. The defence would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, anyone related... It's fine. I'll allow another testimony. Oh, Francisca, if you hadn't done this, you would have been set. But your arrogance will be your undoing. Von Karma's case is perfect, absolutely flawless. What better time than this for you to see that? But I mean, I have some place I must go after this. Alright, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry and give us another testimony. Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Okay, you got it. See, you got through to the judge somehow, right? Well, actually it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. Yeah, really, if she hadn't said anything, this wouldn't have happened. Okay, I'm just amending my guide. Witness's account part 2. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff, but I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague. I should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. Your arrogance will be your undoing, you stupid Von Karma woman. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we press. 2, right? 2 what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots. But only one has been submitted as evidence. Miss Hart, where is the other picture you have been withholding? 2 shots just like there were 2 gunshots and she took 2 pictures. No, you got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself. Then why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet? Well, it's obvious that prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. Yeah. What? Von Karma. Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence. Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this, you're as bad as your father. Confront Francisca, leave it to the judge. Confront her. Your Honour, the defence asked that Prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court. Well, yes. Me? In contempt of court? You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a schoolchild? I was so angry I lost my composure. Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court? I thought this picture was not important and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all. Goddamn Von Karmas and Edgeworths doing the same stuff every time. How could you think? The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. More trouble than it's worth? Nope, than it's worth, you got that wrong. How can you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. What is photo number 2 added to the court record? It shows her face. Does that really look like Maya? What is this? What is this picture? It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off-centre, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur. I think the important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey. What is the meaning of this? This might be the break I was looking for. Now should I, or should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya? Insist it's not Maya. Your Honour, as you can plainly see, the person in the picture is not Maya Fey. Yes, I see that. It's not just her face, her whole body has taken on a different appearance. There is only one conclusion that can be drawn, then. That somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. But then... Order, order, order! Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey. Mia, we did it! You're too soft. Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. She's smiling? I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that? Your Honour, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. This was taken yesterday at the detention centre's visitor's room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant Maya Fey during his visit. Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person? She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. It's unbelievable that she can... Yet, it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Miss Von Karma, a word if I may. Mia, taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously I know this picture is illegal, but I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. What is she? From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind. I don't have even a single witty line. Looks like we've been had. I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant Maya Fey? If I give up here, the trial will end. But if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. Is there any way I could prove that the person in this picture is not Maya? I can prove it. Your Honour. Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see. This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. A contradiction? So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. Why don't you point out exactly what is so strange in this picture for the court? Hopefully, it should be over here, right? Please direct your attention here. To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it. Oh, thank God it works. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. should be there. Ah! There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well. Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence. I can't say that word properly. You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Alright, this should do some major damage to her arguments. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. Ah, she's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Tisk tisk, jumping the gun again, I see. Your Honour, I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools. What do you mean? What incompetent fools? If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value. I can't say value to this case. I can't say it quickly. Value. Yeah, I see. She's lying for her teeth, I know it. That woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. You can't prove that. Francisco Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honour, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that the detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe. In any case, this is a very big problem. The defendant was taken into custody. Her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none. The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, alright? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honour, there is only one logical explanation for the contradiction. The picture is fake, the bullet hole was made later, the shooter is someone else. The shooter is someone else. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clearly does not. There can be only one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What? Order, order, order! If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Ow! Ah! Why me? The defence's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, witness. Ah! What the heck? Is there any way to ask a gal a favour? Be quiet, you. You were the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know, if you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you... Ah! I swear I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see, now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? Where did this other woman appear from? Why is it lately all I want to do is cry? Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to, and second, where did this person come from? That's right, now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. I can't believe that even Mia's calling me by my full name. But I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around? That's right, Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So where did this intruder appear from? Where did Maya disappear to? Need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in the third person was already in the room? What if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either one of these conditions were true... Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is... a third person had entered it, Maya had left the room, something I can't explain. Maya had left the room. Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point, and the defence can prove this. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fay was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fay. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary. Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of the arrest, the defendant had left the room. The black key. Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door? Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of its kind, after all. Oh, what other kind, you say? Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes? Looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession? Huh? What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her. Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Ah! Like that a kick. So how come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. That's preposterous! This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. No! It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defence is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Miss Von Karma? How can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. My perfect case? How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm a prodigy. I have never lost a case. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 AM. That is all. Court is adjourned. Woo! Yes. June 21st, 1:32 PM, District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Wow! That was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? Yes, I felt I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey Nick, did you know? Yeah. It's not like anyone else in there could have done that. Ah, Nick. I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room. And I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room. Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like what happened in that room, for instance. Yeah, I'm counting on you. Ah, I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me? Sure. Alright, Pearls, you ready to go buy some tickets? Huh? A ticket? Poor thing, so sheltered. To be continued! Yeah! Ah, thank you, Miss Von Karma, for your arrogant nature and letting me continue with cross-examination. Thank you. Always the way, always the way. I mean, it's a bit cheap that is what happened. If she had just kept her mouth shut, we would have lost. But, you know, it's kind of like a Deus Ex Machina kind of thing, and I usually hate that in stories, like coincidence saving people, or just by the nick of time, something happens out of the hero's control. But, there you go. So next time we're going to be doing some more detective work, and then to finish the case off, I think 2 more trials, and then done. And then we're pretty much halfway through the game. Sort of. So anyway, thank you for watching. I shall see you all next time. Goodbye. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you decide to subscribe to the channel, that would be amazing, and ding that bell to be the first to hear about my new videos. Thanks again, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.